Team Fly with Life, Fly, and Chimiko. Quite a balanced team as it seems. Chimiko may be the weakest link as Life is rising to former strength, but this lineup almost all-star-like. Lin, LawLiet, Lucifer. 2/3 of Team Newbie and one of the best undead Night Elf players that we have in the game. What a lineup, man! 4 Koreans, 2 Chinese, 2 former world champions with Fly and Lin. And here we have them on stage, I guess.
Yeah, and I think we agreed earlier, Lin's team is looking pretty sick right here. Lucifer, I guess the question mark, we all know LawLiet can perform offline or online anywhere, really. But Lucifer, he came into WGL with quite a bit of momentum from the online competitions, which he had done so well, and especially W League, but there was rather disappointing. Now, time for him as well to redeem himself.
Absolutely. We saw Team Fly there, and you may notice that 2 of them are wearing the same jackets. That is Fly and Life, both additions to the Rogue Warrior roster that Infi was leading alone for quite some time. But man, this seems to be a pretty strong force. It's, 2 times Rogue Warriors versus 2 times Newbie, as we see Lin and LawLiet. LawLiet seemingly in a good mood. Lucifer seems exhausted from just standing there. And of course, the captain in the middle. The strongest orc this game has ever seen. Accompanied by LawLiet and Lucifer.
Don't say that too loud, dude.
I will say this over and over again. For me, that's not even up for discussion.
At WGL, he was by no means disappointing. Lin wasn't. Top 4 is kind of where you expect him to be at least, though. The only non-Night Elf to make it to the top 4, they are being defeated by Infi in the game for 3rd, which was quite the statement.
True that. Of course, we're wondering who's gonna start this clan war and what the maps are. We will see the map picks in a bit. And then things might be a little easier. Yeah, both, like, we saw Moon with 3 Night Elves. We saw Team 120 with 2 Orcs. Both lineups here well more balanced with 3 different races each. Do you think that's an advantage, or would you rather have 3 Night Elves in your team?
Honestly, I think everything's playable, obviously, and the stronger player should have priority over a race or whatever. The one thing that's really looking iffy right now is Orc versus Night Elf, in my opinion. I think other than that, you can pretty much play around anything. So yeah, I still, I don't know. I don't think in general in this format, having a big pool of races to choose from, is that really such a big advantage? I guess maybe concerning maps it is, but in the past it always used to be, okay, who's limited by maps? Usually it's Night Elf and Human because they're limited by creeping with Militia and Ancient of War. But nowadays, Night Elf with Keeper can creep anywhere. So there's not really any bad maps for them anymore. For Human, there still is, but, well, we only have 1 Human anyways.
Yeah, that's true. Speaking of Human, Chimiko, the weakest link in Team Fly, if Fly performs as he usually does. Always a little question mark with him. But compared to the 2 teams prior with Soin and Jack as the weakest link, I think if your weakest player is Chimiko, it's a pretty solid lineup. Same goes for the other side here. And I think in this format, it's very important to have a strong weakest player.
Yeah.
And it's Chimiko and Lucifer. And that's pretty good for their teams, I guess.
Chimiko lately, though, what are the games that we can recall of him? Because I haven't seen all of his games, but the ones that I do recall, let's say I've seen him better in the past.
Yeah, I haven't seen too many flashy plays from him as well, but I can't really recall any bad games either. There was just not too much going on. In the qualifier, he was second in his group.
He lost against Shao KK, I think, in the Thunder and Fire, for example.
Okay, yeah, I didn't cast that one, the first day at least. He won, no, he survived his group in the qualifier. Losing to Live, that's okay, I guess, 0-2. That could happen again today, but he was stronger than WFZ, defeated him 2-0, and also defeated ShowKK 2-0 in the qualifier. That's fine. Lucifer, as the weakest player of Team Lin, went 3-0 in his group against who? That's okay. But also Colorful and Joshi Shi. So he seriously is a force to be reckoned with against Night Elf nowadays, especially on certain maps. So it's gonna be hard to take out Live, but I think Lucifer can do it.
Do you know what he played against Night Elf?
He plays a lot of Ghoul Rushes and Dreadlord expansions.
Yeah. Okay, that's really cool.
Yeah.
When 1.29 first rolled around, Lucifer was one of the first to try out the Dreadlord with some success and some failures. And then we saw it pretty much disappearing entirely. And now having a bit of a resurgence, perhaps inspired by Mr. Threepwood, the Dreadlord abuser #1 on Battle.net. It's unbelievable.
Not Mad Frog?
Well, decent Dreadlord abuser, I would say.
All right.
Sorry, Neo, but it do be like that.
Bye, Remo. Have a nice day. So yeah, I would give the edge to Team Lin, as we said, because I think they have the better counters. I think Lucifer is really the key in this, being able to take out Live, because who else could take out Live? They have LawLiet against him as well.
Yeah.
And Lucifer.
Dude, Lin can beat anyone any day. Especially if you have the right map for it.
He was struggling with Night Elves in general, but yeah, I think he's still the best orc versus Night Elf.
Yeah, put him on Terranas. It's fine.
Yeah. But on the other side, Fly on a good day offline can beat anyone as well. Even if he was struggling at WGL in the group stages and then lost to Moon. But he was the one of 2 players who were able to take a map off of Moon. So that shows that he's pretty strong recently. It's gonna be an interesting clan war, man. I'm looking forward to that. In general, Team Clan Wars or Team Wars, so nice. Such a different dynamic, especially in this system where the loser stays alive and not the winner.
We were talking about Chimiko a little bit earlier, perhaps at the moment not his hottest streak. And as I said, in the Thunder and Fire qualifier, he played against ShowKK, losing 0-2. That was quite a surprise. ShowKK actually, they're playing really well. And ShowKK bringing in some new meta as well, like Farseer TC, not Chainwave Stomp, not Chainwave Lightning, sondern Jesus Christ. I need some coffee. Stomp and Chain Lightning is what I wanted to say. And Wind Riders and Shaman. And that looked really good.
Okay.
And ShowKK, not really known for being the biggest innovator. I wonder where that strat came from. And I wonder if that's something that Lin may have in his repertoire as well. Usually, if it's anywhere in the org repertoire, Lin's got it. So
that's true.
Maybe he's going to show that as well.
Well, ShowKK was called the Dragon Slayer for some reason, so he is not like super stale. I mean, that's of course referencing the Twisted Meadows little bug that got fixed by pulling the dragon into the base.
But I mean, that exploit had been known for a long time. He didn't come up with it.
Yeah, true, but he implemented that into pro play as one of the only orgs to do that. So we do have some subs here. Thank you very much, Plogrun, for 6 months. We kind of missed you there. And also Anovalo with a Prime sub. Thank you very much for the support, guys. We're waiting for the players to set up, and also maybe map picks and bans have to be done after the player introduction here. It's very hard to ban maps, I think, with balanced lineups. I mean, for Team 120, it was very easy to do. You're facing 3 Night Elves, just get rid of Amazonia right away. But here, I don't know what to do, actually. So here are the lineups again. Fly Life, Chimiko. On the other side, Lin, LawLiet, Lucifer.
Yeah, it's a good question. Like, how do you veto? It's kind of... We have all the races represented here. I guess the thing to look for is there a very good human map, or is there a very good undead map that you want to get rid of? Human map, probably Terranus is the best. Undead, I don't know. Undead can pretty much play anywhere but Twisted Meadows.
Yeah, on Twisted, what? Maybe you just banned Twisted. Oh, we have Life versus LawLiet, a Night Elf mirror to start things with. The first offline showcase of Life playing for the Rogue Warriors. LawLiet, of course, making it into the top 8 of WGL.
I immediately start grinning a little bit when I see LawLiet, man. He always is an improvement to any mood.
That is absolutely correct. Seems to be in a good mood as well. The best newbie player at WGL. That was not to be expected, really.
Well, Lin.
Ah, yeah, Lin was the best newbie player. Sorry about that. So, Terranus is banned.
Yeah. The non-humans banning that, maybe? Which team is which now?
That's a good question, man.
So Terranus is a really good human map, so it might be Team Lin banning that. That would make sense. And nobody likes Twisted, so Twisted's out as well.
It's funny how, like, we've seen Twisted for such a long time, always. But now it fell out of favor. We start on Concealed Hill in this Night Elf mirror. And Life is one of the players who still likes to play Demon Hunter now and then. Life, of course, if you're not familiar with him, the youngest talent in the high-tier pro scene. 21 or 22 years old, just breaking 20. He took a bit of absence. He was a little out with Warcraft after the GCS summer. Took half a year off, tried to get into Dota, didn't work. So, okay, there's going to be a lot more money in Warcraft next year. Let's start again. And his rise back to the top was absolutely phenomenal. He destroyed Foggy 3-0 in a qualifier. So his Night Elf mirror is pretty good. The young gun starting in the upper right, Rogue Warrior Life in the blue trunks, newbie LawLiet in the red trunks, Life in the blue trunks, LawLiet. Isn't that cool to announce players with clans again? I love this.
Awesome. And yeah, as you say, Life seriously back in the saddle. You can check out on Warcraft3.info the NetEase ladder rankings. Of course, some people fool around there and whatever, but what you can look at is the number of games played live in this season. Already more than 1,000 games. This dude is putting in the hours. And as you said, proved most recently against Foggy how strong he is in the mirror. Neo, what did he play against Foggy?
I don't remember. I really don't. You
said something about Demon Hunter mirror once, right?
Yeah, he played a bit of Demon Hunter. He switches it up. It's not always Keeper for him. Well, here it is on Concealed Hill. But apart from that, I think it was pretty standard Glaive Thrower Wars, but like I really don't remember this anymore. But LawLiet is also one of the strongest mirror players. He had a fierce battle with Foggy at WGL offline. Losing it though, but that was one of the best mirrors that I can recall in patch 1.30. But he lost it in the end.
And this map here, seeing the Keeper is no surprise. It's not only about creeping, but usually that is what makes the map a good map or a bad map for you, for the most part. How much can you creep? How easily can you get to your levels, which obviously are so required for pretty much any strategy. If you go for Demon Hunter creep first here, yes, you get this camp, and maybe you can take the green camp without an Ancient of War. But what do you do then? You kind of can do nothing, whereas the Keeper has the Treants, and you can kind of creep anywhere. Isn't that nice? So, unsurprisingly, both players going for the Keeper. Life blessed with the Claws, LawLiet with Circlet. Not too exciting so far. Both gonna get level 2, maybe even gonna rush level 3. Question is, what are we moving into? Because it can be anything in this matchup. It can be Mountain Giants. It can be even Bears. It can be Glaives. It can be Dryads. That's the cool thing about this matchup. It's mostly Keeper. But following that Could go anywhere.
At the moment, I think the Asian meta is settled on glaive throwers. Everyone is going mass glaive throwers. But maybe offline in this big tournament, they saved some strategies for it. The Keeper is aiming for the Storm of Experience. Good inventory here, by the way, with Circlet and Mantle of Intelligence. And Life is doing the same with a little bit more damage.
Colors are wrong in the overlay. Oh, that's true. The red guy is LawLiet. It's not us, guys. We are restreaming from China because we were not allowed into the games, unfortunately. Ton of experience for LawLiet here. That means level 3.
Yeah.
Nice and early.
Life is getting level 3 as well, though, with a Shop Creep and a Staff. So he can harass this. Nice touch.
He was quite a bit faster, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Entangles around could be coming in, but I guess Archer can't hold it.
Exactly. So they showed their items now. He's interrupting us. Oh, another Entangle. More damage from the Bloodlusted Inner Fire Ogre Magi. But this is enough. Could be 2 kills. 1 kill here. Yep, LawLiet losing 2 archers early. This Staff, worth it. Preventing the creep and getting 2 kills. Well played by Life.
How was Life so quick, man? LawLiet was the one with a ton of experience. Maybe Life had it too? I'm not certain. But that seemed very, very fast by the young Chinese player.
Those buildings there should be a Hunter's Hall and the second engine of war. So it looks like he's going standard glaives. Creeping continues for LawLiet in the red here. Once again, we're not doing the production. I think the Chinese producers are fixing the overlay at the moment. And Watch Awards. Oh, I love Watch Awards on this map. So much vision.
Yeah. Sentries win games. Sometimes. So, how far along are we with attack? Should of course be the Alchemist second.
Yeah, we see the second here for...
on the low ground? You can pop it down on the high ground there. Maybe misjudging a little bit the ramp. But going for the red camp now already. Nice scout by the Wisp. Really well positioned by LawLiet. Wants to have to say something about this.
Okay, he's coming in. Is he in time, though? In a fire on the Ogre Lord. He is quite tanky, but there's acid bomb on him as well. I think he didn't get the experience. Did he? I think
he did.
Yeah, he did. So, Talisman and the experience here. And now we have the right colors.
LawLiet, by the way, 5 archers, 2 were lost. Means he spent gold on 7 archers. Life only on 4, I think. Which should mean that he has saved a lot more resources. There you can see it. He's got 4 archers only, and he didn't lose any so far.
He invested into the tele staff, though. So that's something that LawLiet doesn't have.
True. But it should have value throughout the entirety of the game. Really like the tele staff. And I think you're right, man. Glaives all the way.
Indeed. So who's gonna get the upgrades faster? Who's maybe getting a flute on one of the 2 health fountains? LawLiet is already creeping this. Or a Kodo Aura in the middle would also be fantastic.
By the way, I don't. When we cast it last, you said the thing changed with the damage upgrade affecting the glaive so much and stuff. I don't know who you got that info from, but I double-checked Neo. I put my glasses on and I got into Professor mode, and it is still very powerful. It's 17.5% on from 0 upgrades to 1 upgrade, which is a lot of additional DPS.
Yeah, but the question was, is it still the best?
I'm pretty sure it is. Usually it's around 10 to 12%.
All right. Some professors can check every upgrade on every unit, and then we got the answer soon. Robe of the Magi, so no aura. On the other side, we have a big mana potion, which is still a game changer. So much more Entangle. Entangle, not the greatest thing against glaive throwers, of course, but Acid Bomb, Entangle, right clicks from mass glaives. Just melts heroes. Especially on this patch. LawLiet is poking a little into the base, seeing what's up, but of course he must be familiar with this mass glaive strategy. So is this an aura now? They share the red spots thus far. It takes him a little longer than his ally, who prioritized this item in creep spot a lot.
Pretty passive here. A little bit unusual, I suppose. Seeing Keeper Alchemist level 4 now. 4 life on the Keeper. It's a Chemical Rage always with this, right? Or is it?
Yeah, of course. Vamp Aura, of course, with the all ranged units. Not the item you're looking for. You don't go into Mountain Giants or Bears.
Where did LawLiet's other archers go? He had more earlier.
I don't know.
Did he sacrifice them to the creeps for more glaives? All right, here we go. First big engagement of this game. He's finding a nice flank here onto the glaives. Takes out one immediately. The Treants here going for some of the glaives at the same time. 5 glaives in the back for LawLiet, getting rid of these archers pretty quickly.
He's not focusing perfectly, so the archers are still alive. Maybe they are ticking down. Now he's finishing them. Maybe Moonjuice can help. The acid bomb's so good for these archers. All of them are going to die, but the glaive battle should be won by LawLiet. I guess going hard for the Keeper now. Oh my god, he just dies! Life with a little mistake here. Was there nothing real LawLiet with an invo potion? Was there no item? Heroes are about to fall for LawLiet as well. He has to evacuate out of there, but level up for him. He's just killing the glaives, but on the other side, Treants and this one remaining glaive is taking care of this. Another entangle, but dispelled by this wisp.
Wow. Life doesn't lose the game on the spot, which is amazing considering he just let the hero die. The Keeper did have the TP, but I guess he thought he could survive the entire volley and step away, maybe? Anyways, didn't work out so well for him with that Keeper loss, but yeah, amazingly, he's still in a decent position this game.
But it's now level 5 for LawLiet. It must mean level 3 Treants, I guess, to have more damage, of course. Super nice to have this health fountain now to heal up during daytime.
Would really like to see him steal the invul here from his opponent. He knows the Keeper's dead.
Glaives are coming, 4 of them. Is there any sort of base defense? Of course, 4 glaives as well. Ooh, that was a little mistake. 4 shots for free.
And he could have unloaded behind the forest and then used the vision from the Zeppelin to attack without getting attacked, but didn't quite do it perfectly. A bit of distraction, perhaps, just pull the attention away from the altar where his Keeper is being revived. And he should be back soonish.
LawLiet with the Zeppelin now himself, and he has one of the craziest Zeppelin micro that this game has ever seen.
Did you see the Reddit clip where he was playing human with the rifles and the Dark Ranger?
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yep.
That was so insane.
He is really, 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 really good with the Zeppelins.
Yeah.
Second attack upgrade coming as well. Average damage of about 70 something, 77 or so. But Life has the same upgrades, that should be fine. Who's pushing first? There is a Zeppelin coming from LawLiet on the very left-hand side of the map. Will it be scouted or not? The Engine of War should see this.
Oh, he flew over it. That's a bit of a mistake. Unless it's intentional to force his attention back. I doubt it, though. Going for the tree right away. Would love to force him to uproot, but TP comes in quickly. But that's a TP for free.
Yep, and there's almost no anti-air, so Zeppelin can continue to do this once Life gets out of his main. And that should mean that the rest of the map belongs to LawLiet at the moment. Oh, look at the Zeppelin micro, just dodging shots.
It's also nice from Life, though, targeting the ground. So he's already firing when he's anticipating the glaives where them to land, you know? But yeah, that was a TP for free. So what's the follow-up here? Yes, he's harassing. He's going to be taking out this Ancient of War. But there's no expo coming up. Life has a scout in the north, by the way, to look for an expansion as well.
Life is
That's
down
the thing, right? Your only glaives, there's no real transition
Nope.
anywhere in sight.
Just pure damage, and Life only has one engine of law remaining. Entangle Acid Bomb trying to get out with a staff. Does work, but only closely, using a lot of Moon Juice here. And if he loses Glaive Throwers now, LawLiet can reproduce them twice as fast as his opponent, because of course double engine of war. Oh, there we go. One Glaive Thrower killed. He can't do this forever, because the the Zeppelin is losing HP, but I think LawLiet has this under control for now.
A nice two-pronged attack right there.
Boom.
Oh, what?
Life taps out, and a big smile on LawLiet's face. The win goes to Team Lin, and LawLiet has the rest of the day off.
He seriously has a big smile on his face, man. What the hell? He's in a good mood after this one. I was expecting a longer game. Okay.
Yeah, if you start losing glaives and you can't reproduce them as fast as your opponent, then that's what you get, I guess.
Well done there by LawLiet. Like, patient. He gets that one big advantage, of course, with the keeper kill, but doesn't all in or whatever. He's going for a bit of, poking and prodding, getting a little bit of an advantage there, kills another glaive there, just inch by inch, gathering those increments of advantage. And then Life just says, well, too far behind. That's it.
Yeah.
Well done.
In typical Rogue Warrior fashion, I guess. I mean, Fly is not doing that really, but Fly's games can end unexpected as well. So, Life stays or can be replaced now. That's up to the team. LawLiet has to be replaced by either Lin or Lucifer. So, I think seeding Lucifer isn't the worst thing, right? Like, he's good against Night Elf on certain maps. And he's good against Human. And I think against Fly, could be 50-50.
So, we're not entirely sure how this works with the maps, but I think the map is determined now, right?
I think Team Fly can pick one of their two maps. Pretty sure.
All right, so basically we don't know.
Well, that was the case at the previous Clan War, so they picked two maps. They can choose from one of those two maps.
But that's also weird. When you give the loser's choice, shouldn't he have the choice of all the maps? I don't know. It works one way or the other.
It's the same in one-on-one. Like, you decide what map you want to play.
Yeah, but you're not limited in the remaining map pool. It's not like you can only choose half the maps.
Yeah.
What you were saying is like they chose two maps to be remaining, and now they can only choose one of those two, as their map. I don't know. That sounds weird. I don't know. Who would I seed? I just throw Lucifer in the ring and see how much he gets done, and then Lin can win anytime.
All right. Then the other question is, will Life stay in the seat after this defeat? Or does he need a break to reset his mind? Do you want to see Chimiko already with map choice, maybe? As he is of a weaker race, as people say.
That's also the question, like, you have to try to get Chimiko versus Lucifer. Because Chimiko taking out Lin, I don't know how likely that is.
Well, some kind of cheesy rushes are always possible.
Now, in Amazonia, maybe. Amazonia is still in the pool.
We'll see.
Yeah, so
1-0 lead for Team Lin, as we have to wait a little. Feel free to ask some questions. More than 1,100 viewers here at 9:40. We are online for 4 hours already. having seen 6 maps. I mean, offline it always takes a little longer. Since you have to rotate in and out the players all the time.
Yeah. Put in those SSDs if they do it that way. It's usually the way it's done nowadays at tournaments. Every player's got their own SSDs. In longer lasting tournaments, at least in these 2-day affairs, I'm not too sure. Do you have any information like what the practice routine is like there at the tournament?
No idea. Just talk very briefly with LawLiet.
Or how long they're staying in the city?
No idea.
Okay. Probably practicing at PC banks is usually the way the Koreans do it. Very popular, of course, in China as it is in Korea. Is it very popular in other countries in Asia as well? Like further in the south, perhaps? I got no idea. You've been to Thailand, Neo. How many PC banks have you seen?
0. I was in a very rural area with lots of mountains and forest and rainfalls and stuff. Waterfalls. So yeah, no PC stuff there.
Interesting how PC bang culture is like non-existent in the West, right? But such a big deal in the East.
We want to be separated. We want to be home. We don't want this culture, this community around us. We don't want to leave our house to play games.
Yeah, I've also read in the past that like spending philosophy is very different. Like in the East, people are way more used to a renting system where you get the right to use something for a limited time, whereas in the West, we want this owner system where we pay for something and then we have it forever, or a flat rate kind of system. So that may have something to do with it as well, because of course you pay hourly in a PC bang. I don't know if they have like subscriptions where you can be there all the time. Maybe they do. I got no idea, actually.
I got an idea what player we will see next, and it is Lin. The best orc in the world will play on... we don't know what team it is. So, no idea what map it is. But, yeah, not Lucifer. And that means we could get Life versus Lin, where I would see Life having the upper hand. On the other side, he has most likely the upper hand against Chimiko and Fly, so not a bad pick by any means. I mean, if you have the chance to seed Lin, why not? Such a he's such an all-round talent. Of course, struggling against Night Elf, but that's his only weakness, I guess, at the moment.
Thank you very much, Sanolan, with a 13 months resub. He says, Late Night Walker 3 hype. So you are an American as well. Okay. Greetings to across the pond. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Lin's games here. In this patch here, in these tournaments, these 2 that we still have on 1.30, I think Lin, Infi, and TH are the guys to look out for. With maybe Lucifer as well, and perhaps even WFZ to how do you perfectly play around the keeper? You know, this is where everybody's looking now, all the orcs around the world. How do I play? Okay, but he's not playing against Night Elf. He's playing Orc Mirror. Okay, so forget about that. He's playing against Fly here. This could also be a good game, but going up against Lin and Orc Mirror, dude, that's always scary.
They totally expected Lucifer here. I guess they wanted to counterpick Lucifer. And that backfired so hard because, like... Lin, what is it, 80% win rate in Night of Mirror or something? This is just so insane. The best, of course not Night of Mirror, in Orc Mirror, but the best Orc Mirror player this planet has ever seen. And yeah, Fly most likely saw this and will not be happy about that.
Yeah, I think so too. The map being Last Refuge, right?
Yes, it is. So at least you can have some sort of item luck there, which Fly absolutely needs. But maybe it's one of those legendary Fly days where he's just out of this world as well. But it seems like Lin just knows this matchup from like every aspect of this matchup. But it's most likely the two strongest orcs in the world facing each other. Focus made a big argument today that he could be seen as one of the top two orcs as well. Depends on Fly how high class this is going to be. Unpredictable, this guy is.
Yeah, absolutely. As you mentioned earlier, at WGL, he did get out of the groups, but Moon, as for everybody else, proving to be too strong to overcome. A bit of pride here as well, I think, on the line, even if these players wouldn't admit it actually themselves. This is kind of for the orc crown of the world. These two definitely top 3 orcs that we have on the planet. Lin set to be top 1, but Fly trying to change this state of affairs.
All right. Focus got a map off of Lin at WGL, right? That was the first one. So it's not impossible. Lin also lost a bit to Soin in minor tournaments, but usually when it counts, Lin is there. It must be double Blade Master. Everything else would be crazy and super old school, but especially on this map, there's so many good items for the Blade Master and Shadow Hunter alike that you want to creep a lot, I guess. Good consumables, good permanent items. This map has it all.
This is a no barracks opening from Fly. Blade Master, instant shop, no barracks.
Huh.
Has to be a barracks on the way to tier 2, right? You can't play without grunts, can you?
No way. That would be something unheard of.
But already, this is psychologically speaking, I would say kind of in favor of Lin. It looks like Fly saying, okay, I gotta bust out something weird here. I don't want to play a standard game against Lin. Is what this is looking like to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I need to pull out some tricks to catch him off guard. But it's a super fast tech, of course, before the hero is out. Not the fastest tech because you build a shop, but you absolutely need that for the clarities. Lin is playing the standard. Blade Master, grunts, creeping. So where can you catch them? At the troll spot is the most likely, I guess.
So when you play standard, you always go with a shop that is, as Lin is doing, you always go for the claw here at least. Maybe even finish up the entire camp for the experience. And that he will, and he gets the claw. That is the start he was looking for. Whereas Fly is going for one circlet here. And then go for the High Priest or not. No, circlet and dust going super aggro. Trying to... What's he trying to do? Trying to be annoying. Can you look for some kills? Can you look for a borrow cancel? What is likely? Yes, he gets the borrow cancel. Okay.
Wow, you are super far behind me.
Okay, I'm gonna refresh.
All right, so yeah, the borrow is cancelled. He's stuck in the base now, and Lin blocks him in. Of course, he can leave with Windwalk, but he wants to do more damage. It's 17 supply for Fly with supply stuck now. Critical strike exchange or Windwalk exchange. Speed scroll to save the peons in tech. Nicely done. And there is more Windwalk, so he just escapes using... Oh, not having the heal self enabled during the Windwalk. That was a bit of a mistake. He's using it now. Getting it cancelled, though, so he has to apply it again, this time with Windwalk. There is the second burrow coming, but it's super late for Lin. He's supply stuck for a long time, and I really like that play. Double burrow now. Would love to see how far along the tech is, but he's not canceling that one anymore. So the investment into the barracks was not really worth it for Lin, as he could just get one out with the burrow cancel. Fly is catching up in terms of burrows, and is super ready for the tier 2 that's about to come. So he has a better tech. He has the option to go for more grunts now, and Lin is still supply stuck. Well opened for Fly.
Okay, pretty cool. Came at the cost of experience, though. Not too far behind, but half a level does matter. And of course, he... now he has a grunt to creep with. Okay, it's going to make this a bit easier as well. Lin, using the bit of advantage that he has, not to look for kills, but to take camps away from his opponent's side of the map, is going to get level 2 here, and is going to get another nice permanent item. With the shadow coming out earlier. Can Fly perhaps look to do something with that one?
Right. Lynn is catching up. Creeping this. Another claw. Another circlet. Oh boy. Plus 12 already. Yep. This is gonna be fun for Lynn later on. Especially once the Kodos are out. But double circlet is never too bad. He's lacking critical strike at the moment though. Good scout by Fly thus far. Of course it's Totem, Beastery, Radar Walker, Shadowhunter set in stone. Only 27 supply for Lyn. Creeping potential was a little crippled, but early Warmill.
No bestiary for Lyn, but that's just because of the lumber, of course. Okay. Yeah. I was like, whoa, what's happening here?
Fly went into the base. Oh no, Lyn went into the base trying to kill the bestiary, but there was Hex to disable it. In the meantime, Fly is finally creeping against it, gets the Gloves of Haste, which is a nice damage boost. He's trying to force the second Hex, but Fly not baited into this.
Yeah, Lyn normally the master of being efficient, but this Blade Master usage didn't get much done. This SH so far hasn't done anything. Rare to see. Real question here, Neo. Are we gonna see tier 3 from either player?
Nah. Not. If the game goes super duper long, maybe, but I doubt this. Tier 2 is just sufficient, I guess. And it takes quite a bit to get everything up.
But what about the Orb of Lightning, Neo? What about the Orb?
Well, it's more about the Kodo aura for me, but here comes the Creepjack by Fly. Might be getting the kill here, and he does! Lyn is losing the Shadowhunter. Can he get the revenge kill? There's no Ensnare yet. Speed scroll on both sides. No Hex, of course, to get rid of that one. But on the other side, there's Hex. And man, is Lyn on the receiving end here or what? Shadowhunter down, Blade Master down to 50%. And it's all happening in Lyn's side of the map, man. This is not supposed to happen that way.
Really nice catch by Fly. He was so patient there. He knew the SH for his opponent had to start creeping at some point and was looking for that Creepjack. Perfectly executed. Yes, only a level 1 hero is back soon, but that's time that Fly can be creeping and can be creeping camps away from his opponent. This early game, really nice by the Chinese.
Yeah, especially like the early mid-game, the positioning, I totally agree. So well done by Fly, who has the trifecta completed now with Claws, Gloves, and Circlet. And again, he's harassing Lyn during the creep, getting the invul, I guess. Heal scroll, okay. Another kill. And he has Ensnare now as well. This is a Tome of Experience. Fly is so far ahead. But never, ever, ever count out Lyn in an Orc Mirror. We've seen the craziest stuffs. Winning fights without Blade Masters, winning fights without Shadowhunters, winning fights against Beast Scroll.
Alright, the greater healing here, not the best item, but dude, Fly, this is about as good of a position as you can hope to be in against Lyn. This is looking really good for Fly, all things considered. Of course, it's far from over, but he's got a sizable advantage now.
Alright. Luring out the creeps. Still... hard decision for Lyn if he wants to engage now or not. But he has to. He can't just let this experience go.
Yeah, and the big item from the Ogre Magi.
Ooh, I think Shadowhunter got it. No, Blade Master got it, I guess. Heal wards, nice, of course, but the SH again! Whoa! Potion last second. Fly has to be careful to not lose his Blade Master, who was in danger of dying. Shadowhunter has to retreat. It's still being attacked here. Now we have an open fight. The Walker a little bit up front, taking a lot of damage from the siege of the raid. It shouldn't be the case. Fly is attacking the Shadowhunter again. Is there another potion? Doesn't seem like it. He's out of range of the shop here. Level up for Lyn's Blade Master, though. Can he get an Ensnare or something? Taking out the Kodo would be huge. Shadowhunter is still up. Finally level 2 for him. Oh, the Kodo being attacked by everything. There was a big investment by Lyn. Heal Wave saves it for now. Hex prevents the damage from it, but I guess there's nothing to save him here. Spirit Link! That thing actually survives. What a save by Lyn! And the Shadowhunter is back to full health as well. Speed scroll. Does he really want to dive into that? Oh, the block of the Grunt! The genius of Lyn is back, and so is he.
Unbelievable. This guy. Are you kidding me right now?
That was 1 HP, right?
He was down 2 levels. A scroll of healing as well. The worst inventory on the Blade Master.
Well,
Lin.
sorry to say, but I kind of foreshadowed this. He's just insane. I mean, it was his base, it was faster reinforcements, but everything else was highly stacked against him.
Unbelievable. This guy.
Perfect timing with the potion on the Shadow Hunter. If he loses the Shadow Hunter, the game is probably over. The Kodo, if he loses that, he's thrown back a minute or so. And now he's got everything.
Such a sick guy, man. Unbelievable. But yeah, as you said, this SH was an inch away from dying. And we can't even call that too greedy by Fly. It was one hit.
Ouch! Tome of Experience for Lin, and Fly is about to lose the Blade Master. Invul Potion reveal being used. Does he have a Hexer? Some sort of disable? Doesn't seem like it. No end snare as well. He just has to turn around, and if he crits once, Fly is losing this Blade Master. Oh boy, he's critting, but in the wrong direction. Heal Wave saves him. Spirit Link applied as well. Both have one Kodo. This Raider is falling, of course, and this opens up the Concave for Lin a lot. Oh my god, this is a disaster for Fly, I guess, if he kills that Kodo or the Blade Master, but there is no item anymore. Lin has to have a heal wave. Uh-oh, he's focusing the blade. Can he get out with Windwalk or something? He's trying to get out with Speed Scroll! There is Ends there. There's the kill. There's the double level up. This has to be game for Lin. So sick. He turns this game on its head in 1 minute and 30 seconds.
That is the best orc in the world right there, guys. That's him. And so Fly sick. Here doing an impersonation of Soin, still staying in the game.
He kills every single core unit in less than a minute. That's him! That's the dude who's dominating Orc Mirror for 3 straight years and no one is able to stop him. Maybe we should put a penalty on this guy, like start 1 minute later into an Orc Mirror and then see where we go from there. Unbelievable. This is just insane. 2-0 for Team Lin.
And now Lucifer only has to win one single map, which, don't get me wrong, isn't gonna be too easy, but Fly, Team Fly, up against the ropes already here.
Absolutely. Thank you, Human Rack, for the 9-month resub. Lucifer is still there. Lucifer against the entire Team Fly. Chimico, Life, Fly, that is. And this is one of the best Lucifers we've seen in recent years. Like, since these King of Maps tournaments on Echo Isles, I really love how he plays. Creative, not on the super top tier level of Micro as 120 is or Lin is, but also well executing stuff and just smart in his game. Not stupidly, stubbornly copying strategies from someone, but just adapting well. And that's what I love most about pro players.
Yeah, and of course, seeing those unusual strats is always a breath of fresh air. Really nice for us to see. The feeling I oftentimes have with Lucifer is sometimes you see a strat from him and you're like, oh my god, this was brilliant. Why don't people do this more often? Like, I can think back on Lich first games against Human and stuff, weird stuff like that. But other times, he plays a double crypt ghoul rush, and then there's 2 Ancients of War in the base, and the archers are standing behind the moon wells, and you're like, how's that supposed to work, Lucifer, you know? So, to me, it seems like sometimes it is absolutely mind-blowing, but other times it doesn't quite work out that well. So, in conclusion, I guess, the strats he plays, in my opinion, sometimes have a really high success rate, but other times, if they're perfectly played against, maybe they don't fare so well.
That's true, but I think it's like... I will eat some shit for this comparison, but Lucifer at the moment is kind of the Undead Moon when it comes to, and only that, when it comes to variety of strategies, so it makes it hard to prepare against him.
Yeah, he's definitely the innovator of Undead.
Yeah. So you never know if it's an expansion, if it's a ghoul rush, if he's playing normally, if he throws in some banshees or whatever. So this is what I mean. If he plays Garg, so whatever Undead has to offer, Lucifer can do it. And we'll see who he's up against, because we don't know the matchup yet. We go into a little break before we go into map 3 of Team Lin versus Team Fly. It's 2-0 for the Koreans. Will it be a clean swipe? We'll see in a bit. We have the next game up. It is Fly staying in the seed. And we will have an Orc versus Undead matchup. Fly versus Lucifer. This is gonna be pretty dope. I'm not so sure. Could be Lucifer's weakest matchup at the moment, actually.
Okay. So not too familiar with his shape currently.
So I like that Fly stays in the seed. I think Lucifer would have been the favorite against Jamiko. Pretty much 50-50 against Live. And Fly wasn't playing bad at all against Lin. So, yeah. Wipe off that Orc Mirror against Lin and just continue to play as the past game started. Looks like we're going to Amazonia.
All right. Small map here. Gonna make Tri-Hero creeping difficult if you do want to level up there. And that's gonna mean, especially for the Orcish side of things, TC leveling hard to do. But if you do want to be aggressive, if you do want to find your opponent, look for some kills, look for an early advantage, AZ, a perfect map, and Fly, certainly one of the most aggressive players we have in the scene.
True that. We have seen this game before in WGL Winter, also offline. And Fly was able to win this, if I'm not totally mistaken. Oh yeah, it was on stage. It was Fly defeating Lucifer 2-1. The winning maps were Concealed Hills and Amazonia. Amazonia being the deciding map in that best of 3. It was, of course, going to be double tier 3 in this matchup. That's the beauty of this matchup, to see the full arsenal of both races coming into play here.
Yeah, in the times of last WGL finals and the months leading up, from the Orcish side of things, it was mostly the same. It was tier 3 heroes, no walkers, expo if you get an advantage kind of deal. On the Undead side of things, it was kind of between either Banshees or Destroyers. Destroyers oftentimes with a Dreadlord. I've never been a fan of the Dreadlord or the Destroyers. I think Banshees are the one true king of this matchup. But Lucifer, if I saw that right, is actually starting off with a ghoul build.
Huh.
He is. Is this actually Dreadlord ghouls?
That would be so sick. I mean, I've seen him play Dreadlord against Night Elf, but that was alongside Mass Ghouls.
How does Fly like the Farseer?
A lot, I think. Why you ask?
It's a decent map to play it on.
Late Master it is.
Okay.
Waiting for the Ziggurat. DK or Dreadlord? DK it is. No big surprise. Maybe because it's easier to creep with ghouls on this map against the Rogue Wizard and the Trolls. So he starts with a few more ghouls and then goes into later fiends.
Yeah, the Lightning Shield creep here, you can pull that off. As I showed in our little YouTube tutorial video. And that's not to be underrated, man. This jumpstart to level 2 is really helpful.
Let's see if he can pull it off as well as you did. LawLiet did his duty against Life. Lin did his duty against Fly. So Lucifer could bring us the first clean sweep of this tournament, as was a 3-2 before at Team Moon versus Team 120. 5 ghouls, actually. So quite a few. Blade Master starts this. Of course, not really possible to get a lightning shield here, as there's no range attack and, not 3 units.
Yeah. With a Farseer, for example, you could do this, but no, electing not to. Rather sticking with the good old Blade Master, finding to start with the Gloves of Haste. Not the best right now, gonna be pretty good later on, though.
Claws are very nice for Lucifer, though, with a perfect lightning shield creep. Almost perfect. That was close. I was a little worried he would deny stuff, but
Again, I'm a little bit behind you, but yeah, that was real close. Okay.
Gets the claws of attack. Very, very nice for the Lich later on. Blade Master jumps up to level 2 as well. Not the best inventory, but a little bit more mana for the Windwalk and more attack speed. Sells the TP, gets another self here. A little bit more HP for the DK is never wrong to have. And of course, Unholy Aura for him, the most important thing. So, what to do with all the ghouls now, Remo?
Yeah, it's weird with the ghouls. If the Blade Master is really strong, especially on level 3, he can hunt down the ghouls fairly well. But normally, it's dangerous to come in with anything other than the Blade Master, because the grunts can get surrounded pretty easily if they don't have a scroll of speed. But so far, these two haven't met yet. In fact, Fly doesn't even know it's ghouls yet. So this is going to completely surprise him, unless Lucifer is perhaps known for playing ghouls. It was news to me, but maybe he knows.
Yeah, for me, it's news as well. That doesn't say too much, but he's getting so much done in the middle of the map. Like 2 Taskmasters before like the 6-minute mark. That's unheard of with all the normal damage that the ghouls bring in. Good inventory as well. Fly was getting the mercenary camp okay for a Robe of the Magi, which is also very nice for later, but he's lacking levels. And this entire creeps camp was stolen from him.
Yeah, and exactly normal damage is the thing to mention here. With normal damage, as in ghouls and footies and whatever, these camps in the middle can be so easily and quickly crept. And now Lucifer's going towards the main with a big amount of units.
There's not much repair. 3 peons, but he shouldn't be able to repair this. Nice block with the skeleton, preventing this peon from repairing, and that gives him the kill. And now he's supply stuck before tier 2. That means he can't get the second hero. Oh, wow. Fly, you are in dire straits already.
Has to cancel the borrow though as well, I guess.
Yep.
No. Even if it finishes, he's supply stuck.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you're once again a little behind. But yeah, this one is down. The Blade Master comes in a lot later than usual. There is an item on the ground here. Oh, what a nice surround. Is he able to fight out, though? Coil on the ground. What a nice switch up by Fly. This is a town portal for sure, but how much can he get? No way he coils his way out. He just leaves. The backstep is coming in. Unholy Aura versus Windwalk. What's going to be faster? No speed scroll on Fly. This could be a kill, but no, he's just running away. The Unholy Aura is only level 1. The stack is not blocking for him. Oh, wow. What an escape by Lucifer. But also what a nice play by Fly. This was top tier Warcraft right there.
That surround was sick. Reminds me of yours. When he was at WCA 2015, he told me it's unbelievable how Fly always has his units in this diamond position. Always these 4 units looking for the surround, and they're once again getting the clutch surround off, but for once not rewarded for it.
Absolutely. Losing the Grunt and the Berserker. That was big losses for Fly, actually. Good inventory for the Shadow Hunter later, but that doesn't help the Blade Master at the moment. Still hanging around, gets the backstab, but I think the DK has the potion. Yes, so he's safe with that. How much Windwalk is there on the Blade Master? Only 1. This is the last one. No dust, though. Wow, this is gonna be a sick inventory for the Lich, by the way. Potion used, and now there is no Windwalk anymore. Possible chance for a surround. Can't really block. So he's getting some attention off of Lucifer. Whoa. Dust settles. Lich is out, and right off the bat, he's a beast with 2 gloves of haste and the claw.
I think the thing to look out for here is frenzy timing, right? When that hits, that's going to be so scary, and usually, against an under tier 3 timing, you have to have a strong second hero. But how is that supposed to be possible this game? This game plan from Lucifer is working out really beautifully.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Tier 3 at 60%. Slaughterhouse at 70%. Statues are coming soon. Blade Master trying to harass, but once again, only 1 Windwalk. It's Windwalk 2, so it lasts forever. Maybe he can steal something. We have, of course, Frost Armor first to prevent the DK from even more damage. Slows down the Blade Master, drops him down in DPS. Sasquatch going to Fly or Lucifer. Blade Master is revealed, so he's playing around it. There is another Windwalk to get out of this. Potion on the DK, so he's safe as well. Nice play from the Korean. Gets the Watch Award. One of the best things to have against the Blade Master. Has to use the potion. There was big damage. Lucky that there's no Nova. Otherwise, this Blade Master could have been dead. But of course, he knew about that. But the entire creep spot once again goes to Lucifer. Close to level 4.
Did he get the invul? No, he didn't. So Lucifer probably going to grab that up. Yes, Lucifer did grab that up. SH is trying to rush level 3 as much as he can. Blade Master trying to distract as much as he can. But it's not so easy.
Oh, we have Nova now. And plus 9 damage and increased attack speed. If we get this orb, the Lich is almost unstoppable. We haven't seen a single Fiend yet. Fly also not responding with Wyverns or anything. Just the normal Raider tier 3 play, I guess. But we have Heal Wave. The items at the mercenary camps are both gone. Fly sniped them, so no flute or anything for Lucifer, but experience, and that's level 4. Hello. Either Unholy Aura 2 or Death Pact. Playmaster got the tome here, not too bad. Oh, that micro. Oh, losing it to the creeps. Saving it from the Blade Master, then losing the ghoul to the creeps. Meh. But TP out now, wants to save the statue, which will work out. But the TP is gone. Fly, can he get back into this game that way?
Good TP though by Lucifer. Gets the remainder of the camp, most of it anyways. Keeps almost all the ghouls alive. Only one died. And Fly ran pretty much across the entire map just to force that TP. And now he got the orb as well. And now he got the Dreadlord coming in as well. Oh, yeah. Man.
And the Dreadlord with this amount of ghouls is a nice choice. Of course, Sleep is great against the Blade Master. Aura is amazing for ghouls, but he keeps on losing ghouls to creeps. It's like typical Lucifer, right? He's playing an almost perfect game, and then 2 ghouls lost to creeps.
But it's 2 ghouls is okay. He's got the statues now, which is really important. The Scroll of the Beast, oh my god. There is no dispel. Orcs don't play dispel anymore against undead.
This hurts.
The SH is almost where he needs to be. Almost. But he's not quite level 3 yet. And that makes a massive difference.
And now the Lich is level 3. Level 2 Nova. Hello. More experience. There's not too much experience anymore on the map. Only the red spots. Which is okay for both, I guess. Thanks to Orb of Corruption. And the normal physical damage of orcs. They are not both going for it. Fly is, though. Luring up the creeps a lot. This has to be a big item. Does he have the time, though? This Granite Golem. Quite tanky. And Lucifer is right in his face. Right in his base.
This is going to be level 3, though, right? He needs this.
Yeah.
He needs this item.
Yeah. He needs the item and the experience. It is level 3. Oh, Ancient Django. Okay, so he can go for Stomp on the TC immediately. Shop is gone, though. Does he have the the TC? Will he get out? Nova onto the workers, all dead, no repair anymore. The ghouls are hacking and slaying away. The TC is not coming out, split second. And now what? There is another sleep. What will he go for? For the Blade Master. There's no mana. He's surrounded. Oh no. How to get out? Coil Nova, Heal Wave, of course. Invul Potion triggered immediately. The statue is down. So only a little bit of regen in Lucifer's army. But the grunts are falling. There's magic damage in the air. Can he somehow reach for the backline? Yes, he can with the Nova. Didn't focus the Blade Master entirely. Only with the coil. But the Beast Scroll is still running, and oh my god, the Shadowhunter is surrounded. So much damage, and there's no way of getting out of this. The Shadowhunter just explodes, and it looks like a 3-0 for Team Lin. He's trying to prevent the death with an End Snare on the DK, but the Kodo is falling as well. Super focus with Nova and Coil, level 2 on the Dreadlord, and now we have Vamp Aura as well. So much sustain on the ghouls all of a sudden. He's losing everything. Fly down to 32, and Lucifer isn't done yet.
Wow. This Frenzy Ghoul timing, man, with the mass auras. Of course, that scroll coming in real handy. And the altar is gone, dude. You can't even revive the shadow.
Could from the tavern, but that is going to be way too expensive. And now red spot for Lucifer. The heroes are so good. 4-3-2. Third ghoul lost to creep, so, but for this item, it's okay. And very easy to reproduce with only 120 gold cost for the ghouls at that stage of the game. Fiends are coming in as well. And, Hood of Cunning. Not too great.
He lost 3 ghouls to this camp. I've been counting. He's switching into Fiends now. Is that even necessary? Wouldn't you have stuck with the mass damage from the ghouls?
Oh boy, he doesn't even need them anymore as the Blade Master is dead as well. He got the Shadow Hunter back and he slapped him to prevent the heal wave. That was so well done. You might not be a fan of the Dreadlord, but I certainly am for the disable. If you get the right timings out, this Dreadlord can be absolutely amazing. And it's only Headhunters. The rally point is still on the dead Blade Master, so he's walking into death. No sleep at the moment, but coils. Did he rebuild the shop? I think he needs potions soon. Wind of Mana Stealing being used to prevent that coil, maybe? Or to get a heal wave? To get a little bit. He's next to the shop now, but the right clicks with Fiend Rangers coming in, and he executes the second hero again. GG! Lucifer wipes Fly off the map. We haven't even seen Chimiko handshake with LawLiet and Lin. And that is a 3-0 win. Lucifer, Lin, and LawLiet in the winner bracket final against Team Moon. So Team Moon against Team Lin in the winners finals, and Team 120 versus Team Fly in the lower semifinal.
My God, that was one hell of a performance from Team Lin. Playing the way that, well, we were anticipating for them to be looking strong, but not this strong. This was that was a stomp, is what this was.
And that even without a TC. There we see them. Okay, we'll walk in the park. Do we have to stay? Can we go? We don't know yet. A tremendous performance. Like, Life had the best chances, I guess, and Fly in the early, but there was no way out for them here.
The all-Korean team, man, looking really good. And once again, Lucifer throwing in a bit of a curveball. It wasn't like a super cheese strat or whatever. It was just something different, something you're not that used to anymore. That Frenzy Ghoul timing, if you're not ready for it, man, it's gonna hit you like a truck.
Yeah, there was some caster pointing out how well Lucifer is with his variety of strategies, and ba-bow, there it is. So, as we said, no, they're gone again. Team Moon versus Team Lin in the winners finals. We don't know if this is today or tomorrow. We could say goodbye to one of the teams if they have the lower semifinals next. Actually, we don't even know if there's a third clan war, to be honest, but
there must be.
Little lack of information from the Chinese side. We just wait and see what happens. But yeah, Team Lin, across the board, best performance of the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think so too. 120 was pretty good. Focus was pretty good. But they weren't as dominant. I mean, they were up against Moon, so that was a little tough as well, but damn.
But from Lin's team, everybody played really well. Lin fell far behind in his game, but came back because he's Lin. And LawLiet just methodical, bit by bit. And Lucifer with that bit of a cheeky strat.
Absolutely.
Really well done, man.
Here we see the highlights. The highlights of the clan war once again. Here is the big mistake. Life losing the Keeper of the Grove. And here, like, this was the opening. Fly killing the Shadow Hunter with a perfect timing for this. And if you lose a Shadow Hunter early, usually Orc Mirror is your game because you have so much time. But this fight happened. Heal wards on Lin's side helped them. Shadow Hunter gets focused so hard, but this save. Spirit Link, potion used. Shadow Hunter saved. And that's key. Like, so close to saving this. But I really hope you see the Kodo play. The Kodo comes in now. It's being focused straight away as he's walking into the army. First, the Shadow Hunter save here. And then the Kodo is instant. Yeah, this save was god tier. Just watch it. How he does it. I have no idea how he does it. But he does it. This is a guaranteed kill on the Kodo. The heal ward is helping. The heal wave is helping. Preventing the damage from the Blade Master is helping. But then this. This save. So sick. Shadowhunter is back with full HP, preventing the kills from the Blade Master with that grunt, and then this annihilation of a fight next to the shop.
So sick, dude.
Kodo gone, Blade Master gone, double level up. Just 10 seconds later, the Shadowhunter is falling as well, plus the second Kodo. Okay, we don't show it here, but yeah, Lucifer going into the base, getting such a big advantage with this burrow go. Like the damage of ghouls, and then especially against ghouls, preventing this TC with Stomp. How much damage could have been prevented with Stomp against ghouls? And how much damage could have been done?
And also early game strategy-wise, it's really cool because on AZ, the meta oftentimes nowadays is that the Blade Master is going to try to snipe those renegades. And when he's there, he's far away from the main, and those ghouls can kill those burrows pretty reliably because, of course, orcs never carry TPs.
Exactly. Here it is. So close for this TP to get out. But then there's the Dreadlord, then there's Sleep, then there's an overwhelming mass and nuke, and boom, the Shadowhunter melts, splits his legs, and goes up into the air. Yeah. Late game, Team Lin, super sick, super impressive. We hope to get another clan war. It's gonna be a surprise which one it is. But first we see the execution of the Shadowhunter for the second time. Boop. There we go. Another double level up. Wait, is it over? No. 30-minute break. Okay, let me get back to... Like, I'm trying to reach some Chinese admins, and then I'm gonna get back to you. But we need a little break here as well. So stay tuned for whatever is to come.